8-year-old girl dies after being struck by lightning while playing with her cousins in the backyard in Serena, Illinois. Hello, world and universe. This is the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. This channel is an organic amalgamation for searching, seeking, and finding the truth in this chaotic, confusing, and disruptive world we live in. So, there was a lot going on over the 4th of July weekend. As usual, for example, 21 people were shot in Chicago, Illinois. It rained like crazy in St. Louis on the 4th of July. And now I have a story of an 8-year-old white girl who was struck by lightning in the backyard playing with her cousins and died. And she died in front of her mother and grandfather and family. Mother Nature is a real thing, and we as humans should take her very seriously. There have been flash floodings and torrential rains in Missouri and Illinois as of lately. A woman was found dead in Missouri after her home was swept away from its foundation. And in Lesterville, and in Lesterville, Missouri, the National Guard Reserve had to come rescue over 200 kids from a flood that happened at Camp Tomsauk here in Missouri. So trust and believe. When Mother Nature roars, you need to get to safety and take Mother Nature's roar and scream very seriously, because bad things can happen. And this is a very unfortunate story I thought I would bring light to, of an 8-year-old little girl who got struck by lightning in her backyard while playing with her cousins in front of her family, her mother, and her grandfather. So on Friday, July 3rd, an 8-year-old girl named Kinsley Chishada was killed by a lightning strike in the backyard of her home in Serena, Illinois. She was playing with her cousins in the backyard when a storm rolled in. Her family had heard thunder and were already heading indoors, but it wasn't enough to prevent the tragedy. How it unfolded. Kinsley had been on a swing with her cousins when her uncle heard a low rumble of thunder and told the kids to head inside, about 20 feet away. He called out for her to get off the swing. She was just climbing off when, in an instant, with no visible lightning and no warning, she was struck by lightning and instantly died. Her grandfather, Chris Schreiber, said just a few more seconds and she would have been fine and been in the house. So it came out of nowhere. There was no previous lightning strikes. There was an overcast and clouds. The family and the grandfather heard a roar of thunder, and out of nowhere, a bolt of lightning struck this 8-year-old little girl right in front of her family in the backyard and killed her instantly. This tells you, and I'm bringing up this story because I tell people all the time, your most important commodity in life is not your health, your wealth, or anything else, or any material things. It is your time. That is your existential, non-tangible utility that you have some control, but not complete control over. We don't know how long we are going to be on this earth, whether it's 1 year, 10 years, 50 years, or 100 years. No one knows when their time is up. So living your life purposefully, being God-driven, is very important, and living and manifesting your truth in a positive existence is the way to go in today's time. You don't know how long you're going to be here, but while you're here, the positive effect you have on yourself and others makes all the difference in the world. We're not here on earth to be liked. We are here on this earth to be remembered. So the aftermath, another granddaughter was standing less than 4 feet away from Kinsley and was unharmed. Kinsley's mother, who was a nurse, look at that dichotomy there, performed CPR on her own daughter, and she was taken to OSF St. Elizabeth Hospital in Ottawa, where she later died from her injuries. A forensic autopsy determined she died from injuries caused by the lightning strike. Her family described her, and this is so this happened in front of her mom. She died in front of her mom and at least her grandfather, and this has devastated both of them to an irreparable state as anyone could think. And I did this story as a father, as a man in his mid-50s, do not have any grandchildren, but my heart goes out to this family undeniably. Her family described her as an old school soul. At school, she was known as the Queen Bee, someone with a real presence when she walked into a room. Her grandfather has found solace and comfort in old videos of her singing and dancing and remembers her love of pickles as the family works through their grief. Kinsley's death was only the fourth lightning fatality in the United States so far this year, according to the National Lightning Safety Council. A GoFundMe and memorial fund were set up to help the family with funeral costs. So here again, bringing up this story, you might wonder why. This is heartfelt. I tell you all the time, love is an action and a verb. Anybody can say it, but can they display it? There's a big difference between saying it and displaying it as an action. And to have this young girl, 8 years old, with her entire life in front of her, she did not even get a chance to get a peek at what this wonderful world had to offer to her. And unfortunately, her time was up. And you talk about an extremely bizarre circumstance. She gets struck by lightning in front of her family. Is devastating. You talk about PTSD. You talk about needing her mom, her grandfather will definitely need some kind of therapy. This has to be shocking to her entire family and to that small town of Serena, Illinois. You know, those small towns, everybody knows everybody. And that whole scenario and accident had to reverberate throughout that entire community. And I'm sure they're talking about it even to this day. That's only been, 10 or 11 days ago. She was here and poof, now the 8-year-old little girl, Kinsley, is gone. We need to stay and manifest ourselves in a positive way. Reach one, teach one, get these guns off the street, try to manifest our truth in a positive way with some kind of God-fearing existence in there. And to realize that we don't have control on how long we're going to be here, but we need to realize that our most important utility and commodity is our time and how we utilize it. Tell me what you think. This has been a Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.